During his address to the United Nations General Assembly, Chinese President Xi Jinping has now vowed to stop funding coal projects overseas. The move has the potential to end a major source of support for dirty energy contributing to climate change. Xi Jinping made the promise as he pledged to accelerate efforts to help the world battle the climate crisis. Listen in.
We need to improve global environmental governance, actively respond to climate change, and create a community of life for man and nature. We need to accelerate transition to a green and low-carbon economy and achieve green recovery and development.
Xi provided no details, but depending on how the policy is implemented, the move could significantly limit the financing of coal plants in the developing world. China is the world's largest consumer of coal and the world's biggest polluter. In fact, China brought 38.4 gigawatts of new coal-fired power into production and operation last year, more than 3 times what was brought online globally. China's overall consumption of coal increased by 0.6% in 2020 from a year earlier to around 4.04 billion tons. According to the China National Coal Association, the country's coal consumption is expected to rise in 2021 despite Beijing's previous pledges to cut down on greenhouse gas emissions. China has gone on an infrastructure building blitz around the world as part of its Belt and Road Initiative and until now has been open to coal projects. In a letter earlier this year, a coalition of non-governmental groups said that the state-run Bank of China was the largest single financier of coal projects, pumping $35 billion since the Paris Climate Agreement was signed in 2015. Xi's announcement came after South Korea and Japan made similar moves earlier this year. Earlier, the UN Secretary General Guterres and the US climate envoy John Kerry urged China to follow the lead of its Asian counterparts. Xi Jinping also urged global cooperation to meet the challenges of climate change and the pandemic, of course.
The 75th anniversary of the UN was held. The meeting was a significant.
Staying committed to results-oriented actions, we need to increase input in development, advance on a priority basis cooperation on poverty alleviation, food security, COVID-19 response and vaccines, development financing, climate change and green development, industrialization, digital economy and connectivity, among other areas, and accelerate implementation of the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, so as to build a global community of development with a shared future.
The Chinese president also pledged that his country will meet its climate targets.
China will strive to peak carbon dioxide emissions before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality before 2060.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.